Strong back lower started.
Stage 1 LOX load is complete. Stage 2 LOX load is complete. Falcon 9 is in startup.
SLD on countdown. Hold, hold, hold.
Launch port is running.
À tous de DDO, attention pour le décompte final. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, top. Allumage P80, décollage. La propulsion est nominale. Acquisition de la télémesure par la station de Saint-Jean-du-Maroni. Les paramètres à bord sont normaux. Trajectoire nominale. Pilotage calme, propulsion nominale. Tous les paramètres à bord sont normaux. Pilotage calme. Tous les paramètres à bord sont normaux. Trajectoire nominale, pilotage calme. Séparation P80.
Samuel, oh my God, I am very
Allumage
impressed.
Z23.
While the launch, look, we can see
Yeah.
the P80 separation in live from the cameras. It's wow.
This is incredible.
Spectacular.
I am very impressed to have witnessed this launch
La
for the
propulsion est
first time
nominale,
in
tous
my
les
life.
paramètres
It's
à bord sont
crazy
normaux.
how fast it went.
Yeah. And so far everything is nominal, so it's very good. So in the Zefiro 23 has ignited, so started the second stage phase.
Mm-hmm.
So in a few seconds he will have finished his job and separate from the launchers,
Mm-hmm.
and then the
Calme.
third stage will continue to continue the mission.
So now we are waiting for the next announcement, and this follows the
Trajectoire
basic
nominale.
principle. When it comes to a space launch, you've got to shed as much weight as possible and as fast as possible, right?
Yes, indeed. The principle is to get rid of the useless mass. As you heard, we separate the first stage, then we soon separate the second one. And the basics is when an engine has finished burning and consumed its propellant, we just separate it. If we keep it on board, we would bring useless mass into space, and this useless mass is also costly in terms of propellant. So that's why we split a rocket into different stages to be able to get rid of the mass as we go when it's no longer necessary.
So within 3 minutes, our launcher has gone from 138
nominale,
tons to
pilotage calme.
21. That means it's shed some 85% of its mass.
Yes, it's huge, and at the same time, we've gone from 0 to 3.6 kilometers per second
Séparation Z23
in
confirmée.
this time. So it's in 3 minutes. So it's crazy. So we have confirmation of the Zefiro 23 separation, and we should have soon the Zefiro 9 ignition. So we will just wait a few seconds for
Yes.
the
Allumage
to
Z9
confirm.
confirmé. Séparation quoi?
It's just confirmed.
It's
Good.
confirmed, yes. So the fairing is off now. Why? Does it mean we don't need to protect our satellite anymore?
In fact, the fairing protects the satellites when the launcher goes through the atmosphere. Because clearly when we pass through the atmosphere, it generates quite a significant environment due to the aerodynamic friction. So for instance, it generates vibration or heat for the satellites. Once we are out of the atmosphere, these aerodynamic loads have been completely reduced. So we can get we can just get rid of the fairing. Once again, the principle is to avoid dragging a mass that is not useful anymore.
And now looking at our 3D rendering of events, the animation takes into account the position of the sun and its reflection on our launcher. What we're looking at is an animation of what is expected to unfold out in space at this very moment. So this is as close as we can get to real-time imagery.
Yes, this 3D animation does not show the real-time behavior of the launcher, but it shows the predicted behavior of the launcher as it is expected. So it includes, of course, the trajectory, the velocity, the altitude, the ground track, etc., the different stages separation, but also the launcher maneuvers. It really shows the launcher orientation through time, including the orientation with respect to the Earth or to the Sun.
And tonight is a sun-synchronous mission. What does that mean?
Yes, sun-synchronous orbit means that the satellites are flying over the Earth region always with the same sun orientation. So always at the with the same sun orientation, so always at the same local time. It means you can easily compare pictures taken at the same time, but for different days. This is why it's often used for Earth observation satellites.
But it also means we have to launch at a precise time and have no launch window.
Yes, indeed, because we target precise time for the orbit. So, given the mission duration from the takeoff to the injection on the orbit, then we need to launch at a precise time to respect the final local time of the orbit.
And now, Samuel, we are waiting for another announcement, which is the Zefiro separation, the Zefiro 9.
Yeah, we are close to the end of the Zefiro 9 burning. So we call it queue de poussée, so the last part of the burn. So far, as we hear from the DDO, all the parameters on board are nominal, and the control of the launcher is very calm. So this is really good news. It means everything is on track and fine. We just had the confirmation for Zefiro 9 separation. Yeah.
They just confirmed the separation of the third stage. So can you please explain to us what does it mean?
So it means we have finished the 3 successive significant acceleration flight phases, and now the launcher is flying very fast at 7.5 kilometers per second. So just to compare, it's 30 times faster than a commercial aircraft. So that's huge. And we are flying roughly at 200 kilometer altitude. And as for the previous stages, the Zefiro 9 is separated and the fall down is located in the ocean.
And now we are pursuing with the waiting for the Galileo signal and the Bermuda acquisition visibility like, where everything is normal right now. And so Vega's flight path tonight. Yeah.
So we're just acquiring acquisition from Bermuda. So now we are in contact with this station.
And Vega's flight path tonight takes it northwards across the Atlantic over the North Pole and back down, and along its journey, tracking stations along its path pick up the launcher signal. Who's in charge of this, Samuel?
So it's the CVI team, so it means Control Visuel Immédiat, or real-time monitoring, and they receive major flight parameters from the launcher all along the flight to monitor what's happening on board. It's a bit like the doctor checking the health monitoring parameters to verify that everything is fine on board. So the team in charge is located in Gallio on La Montagne des Pères, close to Kourou. It's possible, as you said, thanks to several ground tracking stations used for this mission, which are located along the ground track of the launcher. So first in French Guiana, then on Bermuda Island, and then Canada and Australia.
And so another step coming up is the confirmation of the first ignition.
Perfect timing,
Yes,
Eleonore.
perfect timing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we had the confirmation of the first AVOM ignition.
Yes, absolutely. What does this mean?
It means that this is the last stage of the launcher. It will deliver our first customers to their final destination with a very good precision. So the first AVOM boost is mandatory to reach an intermediate elliptical orbit. When achieved, the stage will just cut off. And during this phase, as we heard, we have Bermuda station, and then we'll have Gatineau, which will be acquiring data.
And we're calling it the first boost because one of the features of this upper stage is that it is restartable. It can fire and shut down up to 5 times. Why is this necessary?
These launchers can propose such upper stage reignition capability. For example, today we'll have a change of orbit in between the 2 spacecraft separations as requested by the customers, so they can go exactly precisely where they want to go.
And this capability is further extended on Vega C?
Yeah, that's right, because the total number of upper stage ignitions is extended from 5 on Vega to 8 on Vega C. This way, we can reach up to 3 different orbits on Vega C.
So hugely flexible and adaptable service for the satellite, and so a massive advantage for multiple customers.
Indeed.
So obviously a mission like this is the result of years of collaboration between teams all over Europe, what's known in the space world as Space Team Europe. Space Team Europe is an ESA-led initiative that brings all space actors under the same umbrella, with no barriers or boundaries between companies.
Yes, it's a very complex preparation. It implies years of work for many people from various companies in different countries around Europe, across Europe.
Yeah, so for a launcher like Vega, where do all the parts come from?
Yeah, let's take a few examples. There are parts coming from all over Europe, as I said, with teams working all together. If we come from top to bottom, the fairing is produced by the aptly named Beyond Gravity in Switzerland, the dispenser by Saab in Czech Republic and Italy, the adapter and the AVOM structure by Airbus in Spain, and the boosters, of course, by Avio in Colleferro in Italy. So here, I would like to take the opportunity to say a warm hello and congratulate all these teams for all what they did to make this launch happen.
Yes, congratulations to everyone. It represents years of work. And now on the ground in Kourou too, there are many different teams involved. Some people live there year-round, others spend weeks or months on site ahead of each mission. Our camera team went out to meet them. We are going to take a look right now. Let's check it out.
Paramètres à bord normaux.
Attualmente mi occupo di coordinare e pianificare le attività delle squadre impegnate sulla fabbricazione e quindi integrazione degli stati a propellente solido, nello specifico del P80 per il lanciatore Vega.
Moi, en tant que responsable ensemble à mon équipe, on a le rôle de certifier la conformité du chargement qui a été utilisé pour les premiers étages du vol Vega VV23, c'est-à-dire les P80 F21.
In avio sono un tecnologo del gruppo di assemblaggio e integrazione